Today we're going on a little paddle boarding mission. Somewhere over there.
Here comes Kelsey. Yeah, worst case we just walk.
Worst case. Whoa.
As you can see, it's very shallow.
I'm gonna try with my hands because I feel bad for my paddle. I keep hitting it.
You're doing great work.
Going so fast!
Valiant effort.
It's like walking a dog, except I'm walking my paddleboard.
Hey there, I'm Kelsey, that's Tim, and this is the story of our adventure. Life is fleeting, and we want to squeeze every bit out of it. We are wandering the world, so home is a bit of a moving target for us. We love finding the random, the remote, and sharing it all with you. So subscribe to get lost with us and hopefully find some inspiration to go after your own dreams.
Welcome back to Goose.
Yes, in the last episode we explored our very first atoll, and in this episode we are exploring our second atoll, Makemo.
Yes, and although Makemo was within a sort of long day sail for the speed of Goose to get there, you don't want to just go for it and hope for the best, because if you hit the tide at the wrong time trying to enter these atolls, it can be very strong and quite dangerous. So we decided to do an overnight.
Yes, so we spent the night trying to slow Goose down, which he does not like to do, and we ended up spending a few hours just bobbing around waiting for first light and slack tide.
Yes, and this one was quite a bit more exciting than the last atoll. Even though it's supposed to be slack tide, of course there's apps and websites that try and tell you when slack tide is. The tide was ripping out. There was pretty big standing waves on one side of it with whirlpools, which you could somewhat avoid by going to the other side, which we did. But the problem with the outgoing tide is Little Goose's engines, pretty much full throttle, were just enough to make a knot and a half or 2 knots of progress, but we did eventually make it inside.
Yes, and we were wide awake by the time we dropped anchor and headed into town.
Yeah, better than coffee.
Yes. What are we doing, Tim?
We're just doing a walk. Check out Makemo. We just came in through the pass. I know the town's got 2 churches. Got like 4 stores, but 1 real grocery store.
Yeah.
But even then, it's of course an island, little one. And get rid of some trash here. Then you pay the local government a little, just a couple bucks. It's like what, $2.50, very minimal. But they have to pay to get rid of it, so just do that, and might as well get 10 gallons of diesel, because I mean the boat's still going off of Panama diesel after that huge crossing. We only had 2 jerry cans on the boat, so we dumped those in. But it blows my mind, you know.
Yeah, totally.
I know some people for the crossing carry like 60 gallons in jerry cans, which if you blew your sails out or lost your mast, makes a lot of good sense. But we didn't have that many jerry cans. So we're just going to put a little bit in to make up for all the full throttle when you're trying to go through a pass against the current.
Totally.
And yeah.
See what food they have.
See what food they have.
There's the churches.
Yeah, is that both? Or this is the Christian
I
church?
assume that's just one.
Yeah.
Doggy has a little friend.
Hey, Goose. Why? You look like a Sharpay.
You look like a very friendly kitty.
20 minutes later.
So nice.
That's awesome.
That is the 4th person who was offered, but the other 3, Kelsey was in the bakery, so I was like trying to, in my non-French, my lack of French, say thank you, but no, it's okay. And then she was actually going the opposite direction.
She insisted.
She goes, a taxi, and I was like, no, it's okay. She's like, and she just moves her stuff, tells me to put the jerry cans in there, and it's like, in French, the dock. And I was like, I don't know that word, but yes, I'm pretty sure you know where we're going. But she's taking it there.
We did miss the baguettes. We're pretty early, but we missed all the baguettes.
Yeah, we had no idea that it was such a rush. We did see a lot of people walking around with like 7 or 8 baguettes.
Yeah.
You know, in the thing, and I was like, that's what I want. And then we got to the boulangerie, and it was no more baguettes for today.
Womp
Womp womp.
womp. You're cute. Yeah.
All right, so we're still running off I would say 50% Florida fuel still after all this time. We did put in like 70 gallons, so that's about half in Panama, just over half a tank. So kind of an even mix of Florida, Panama fuel. I think the Panama fuel was pretty good. We did just fill 2 jerry cans when we got to Marquesas, and so we're now putting that in. We're still 3/4 of a tank on starboard, half tank on port. So we're going to put both of these in port, and we'll be back to basically just above half, just below 3/4, somewhere in that range. But it's amazing how far we've gone on so little fuel. Our setup, we got our good old scepter can from the overlanding days, and then Kelsey here has got our Mr. Funnel filter. It separates water and particulate, so it's got 2 little filter heads on it with a very fine screen mesh, you can see that, and then the water it'll separate out as well. So it's really nice that it does both, because the fuel we picked up here, not looking so good.
Lots of flame, and then super siphon to get it.
Yeah, and then the super siphon to suck it out of the jerry can into it. So it's an all hands kind of thing, so I can't really film it. But yeah, not the easiest ever, but at least with the funnel too, you can just pour. We just don't want to make a mess on the side of the boat. So we'll use the super siphon, and if we can't get every bit out of it, sometimes the siphoning action stops if you're not careful. We'll pour the rest.
Today we're going on a little paddleboarding. Hopefully it's not paddleboarding.
Jeez, why do you call it?
We're going on a little paddleboarding mission somewhere over there. I think we're gonna have to remove the skegs from the paddleboards when we get over there because it looks very shallow, but we'll see where we end up. It's pretty windy today, not terrible, but I'm definitely using my technique of staying low, and then you're not fighting the wind quite as much. When you stand up, you can hit the sail. Luckily, it'll be working to go this way, and it'll be a lot easier all the way back. Alright, we're doing good. We're in the shallows now, and the wind has lessened a little bit as we get closer to shore. It's a little bit easier. The water is just so beautiful here. Tim is ahead of me. I am slower, and I also have the camera. You probably won't be able to see it when I turn it around because it's very far away. GoPro doesn't do very well with Starlight, but I'm up to the beach.
Here comes Kelsey. So this section is probably 10 inches deep. Shallow enough that we'll remove the skegs. And I don't know if we'll just walk or paddle. And then it gets deeper again over there. It's like a little lagoon. So that's sort of our goal. Let's get to that and then be able to see the ocean on the outside. The colors are just crazy though. Everywhere you look, it's just a little bit of sun, and then the colors in the water completely change. When it's shadowy and dark, you can hardly tell where the shallow bits are, which, as you can imagine, gets a little dangerous when you're trying to make progress in a big boat. But look at that, and then you can really tell the blue deeper, far off in the distance by Goose, dark blue deepest, and then of course this color, shallow, as soon as it starts getting pink, very shallow. Pretty cool.
Almost there.
You did it!
Made it to the shallows.
It was kind of a workout into the wind like that.
Yeah, no, it definitely worked better for me to sit,
Yeah.
and then you don't have as much
Windage.
sail up.
Yeah. We can probably pull skegs. Like right out here, we're probably lightly touching if at all, but I don't think we're going to make it over that.
Yeah.
So now, without skegs, we will see how we can paddle. We might just go with the wind without any sort of dagger board or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a keel. But yeah, worst case, we just walk. And then best case, we can make it over the really shallow bit coming up where you can actually see some reef out of the water. But we found these are big enough that with our weight on them, I mean, they must draw, what, inch?
Yeah.
Very minimal without the fin.
Yeah.
So we
Probably will make it.
See how far we get.
Yeah, we'll see how paddling with no fin goes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Nose cakes. Whoa. You go all over the place. Yeah, you just go back and forth, back and forth.
Yep. As you can see, it's very shallow. Sometimes actually rocks sticking out of the water. You giving up?
I'm gonna try with my hands because I feel bad for my paddle. I keep hitting it.
Yep, yep. You're doing great work.
My paddle's in the way now. Going so fast.
You see, I'm walking. I made it to here. Challenging Kelsey to get this far up, but I don't know.
I do love that you could put your paddle on the side. Now I probably put it the wrong direction. Now it's in the way. I can actually just push myself with my hands faster than that. What I think.
Oh, you still going?
No, I can't. I'm like touching the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll put on shoes.
Valiant effort.
All right. It's like walking a dog, except I'm walking my paddleboard. There are a million little sea slugs around here, so trying not to step on those little guys, but there are a lot of them. There's Tim. There's Goose. There's me. There's sea slugs. It's funny, I thought the sea slugs, like in this shallow water, the birds you'd think would get to them, but maybe they do. They're still everywhere. They're all over at this atoll.
Taking our paddleboards on a walk. So when we have a dog, he just stays on the paddleboard and we tow him along, right? Zero. Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Slimy little fellas.
Should we just carry him over there, you think? Or?
Let's walk up. Yeah, because it's supposed to be right at the point there. I see some sort of a structure. See that? So why don't we head for the point?
Tim went with the handheld leash. I went with the hands-free.
Walking our little peninsula here, you can actually feel the cold water from the ocean coming in. And then over here, this is significantly warmer water, so tide's coming in.
Oh yeah, tiny little black tips.
Oh, tiny.
Little babies. See a little shack on the beach. So far yesterday, so I assume there's someone living here at least occasionally, tending to the palm trees. All right, going back to paddling. It's about knee deep now. Sand in my shoes. Sometimes the sand is sharp. It's just coral. And again, it was gone. Current is ripping her, so between the wind and the current, gotta look out to go this direction.
All right, check this out. Dead still little lagoon, whatever you want to call it. Little hut over there. Somebody lives there, takes care of those palm trees. From satellite view look like they're perfectly planted in lines, so I'm guessing that's an actual intentional planting. Pretty amazing though. See how Kelsey's doing here. Here she comes.
So calm.
It is, right? I saw this glassy water. I was like, I have to go look. Pretty cool. It's completely insulated from the ocean.
Look at this spot. It's so beautiful. Just a little cove, but the water was just so perfectly glassy we had to come over and see it. It is beautiful.
Crazy.
Okay, so what's your plan now, Tim?
Gonna anchor.
Gonna anchor the boards?
And we can go check out. It's so calm in here too, you really don't need much. You just have to avoid stepping on a multitude of sea slugs. And then just a little rock even, I think. I might just anchor to the shore. You know what? I think I'll just pick it up.
That's what I was gonna say, just set it up there.
Yeah.
Just in case the tide comes up and then you're...
Yeah, I hate to bang into stuff and flatten it.
Your skag, if you go back a little bit, won't be hitting, but...
That's okay. It's interesting, although there's the road right there. It really does go all the way. Huh.
It would be a harsh road on tires.
Closest thing to roadway we've seen in quite a long time. So, should we go through there or over there? Let's try. Yeah, it might, huh? Yeah, let's try it. We'll do that. A few more bugs, but not too many.
Yeah, not bad. Hi, boards. Ouch. Coral little pieces are sharp.
That?
So the little coral pieces are sharp.
I don't know what kind of plant this is. Obviously, it can survive where almost nothing else can. Palm trees and this, and that's it.
Yeah. Ouch.
Obviously, somebody had a dozer at some point over here, which seems wild.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Pushing out the little sections.
Can hear the ocean.
Yep. Wow, it's a nice road even. Wow. This is where I'd expect to find some lobsters.
We made it to the open ocean.
Yeah.
That's the open ocean. That's inside the atoll.
Pretty cool.
There's this massive road that goes along here.
That I swear didn't show up on satellite view, so it's relatively new maybe.
The way all the coral is different color.
Yeah.
Oh, the little like pinfish or not needlefish?
Needlefish.
I brought a cold beer. Surprise!
That is a good surprise.
A
Last of the
Panama
stash. Since beers are $5 a can here,
Yes,
$4.85.
we have not bought more beer.
No. Cheers.
I've got to take a picture of that. Alright, now you have a blocked view, but I grabbed a couple coconuts, so we're on our way back now.
I'm going to brag, but my coconut view is superior.
Got so much, cargo. And we're off. We're going to be so fast this way.
Once we get the current and the wind.
But if the tide's too low, we won't have anywhere to paddle anyway, so we'll just have to walk still. Alright, we made it back. We were very fast coming back, except that there was sand in the way.
Just a little detail.
We got coconuts.
Grocery shopping.
Fun little adventure. Now I think I'll go for a swim probably.
The water here was so pretty.
Yeah, it actually didn't have any of that sort of sand dust floating in it, so it was so much clearer than the last atoll.
Yeah, Makemo actually translates to atoll of perfection.
Oh. Yeah, it's a pretty fitting name. Makemo is actually the third largest of all the Tuamotus, but there's only 800 full-time residents.
Yeah, and it actually has boarding schools on the island, so a lot of kids come from nearby islands to go to school there, so there's a lot of kids. It's a very friendly island.
Yeah, very. We were blown away by the kindness there. It seemed like people were genuinely happy living a wonderful life at Makemo.
Yeah.
But that does it for this week. As always, thank you so much for coming along. We really appreciate it. Thanks for all those likes and subscribes, and we'll see you next week.